Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and here we are back in the Division 2. Now we're back in the Division 2 for reasons that came about basically because of the last video I made about the Division 1. I'm going to call it the Division 1. It's just called the Division, and also some of the comments that were made after I made the video. So after I made the video, and I thought I was so good for getting through that really easy mission. Well, it hadn't finished, and as soon as I finished the video, I ran around the corner. There was another part of the mission and I got killed almost instantly. And I realised that playing the Division 2 and the Division 1 at the same time wasn't a good balance for either, because the Division 1 I feel is slightly more difficult anyway. And as I said in the last video about Division 1, when you play a game on a high level, and then you drop back to the early level, you have a tendency to do the things you thought you could do when you were high level, because you think you've got better weapons and better armour. So it wasn't working out very well. So I decided I needed to go back into Division 2 and kind of clear up the last few things, and there's not that many really, things that I still knew I could do. So what I mean by that is on map. I've done almost everything. I know that says that, but I've done that. I know I've done the one over here as well. So I done all the things that are basically on the main map. I've got past the highest level you can get, and now I'm on that SHD leveling. And the only two things I've not done is, or I thought I hadn't done, is go to Capitol Hill, which I've tried a couple of times, and I got killed earlier, but that's because I was out of practicing playing the game, and partly because I was playing the Division 1 as well, so I was not kind of in tune with what I needed to do. I should have just kept doing this game probably. And there's a bit where very early on, someone's firing lots of rockets at you, and I was just getting killed because I couldn't quite focus on what I was meant to do. It's probably no more difficult than the other stronghold missions, but because I was out of sync with it, I didn't do it, but I'm going to try that again. And so that's that. This dark zone thing, which I'll come to in a moment. And then everything else is really these things where it says undisclosed mission, can't do it, undisclosed mission. Well, that keeps telling me to go to these things. I can't, because there's an undisclosed mission. I don't know whether this Capitol Hill mission is the mission that unlocks those things or not. If it's not, I don't know what does. I know I could go online and research it all, but I don't think games should require you to research just basic things like that. You know, most games, you get to a point where you need to do something to get to another level or another area, it will tell you. So I'm going to hope that just doing this Capitol Hill thing is the thing. The other thing I hadn't done, which I intend to do in this video actually, is go to the dark zone, or a dark zone, and there is the entrance to a dark zone, which I've just been in, and found out to my frustration that apparently I need to be a PlayStation Plus subscriber to do it. I didn't know that. I have done little bits of, I've done quite a lot of bits of research over time that I've been playing this game, about the game, and that's not something I've ever seen mentioned. I mean, it probably has been, I just didn't twig it or notice. So I can't do a Dark Zone mission unless I sign up to PlayStation Plus, which I'm not going to do, because I don't use online gaming as much as it'd be worth doing it, and there's no reason I want to spend that kind of money. So I can't do a Dark Zone mission anyway. It was not something I thought I was going to be doing tons of, but I was just going to do it as something I've not done experiment. So I can't do that anyway. So basically, the only thing I know I can still do actually in this game, other than just run around killing random gang members and stuff like that, is the Capitol Hill mission, which I will be doing next. I'm not saying it's going to be the next video I do, because the one thing about this game, which isn't bad or good, it is what it is that because it's online only, you can't stop it or save it. And so if you start, especially these stronghold missions where they're quite long, if you then have to do some work or do something else, or have to go out or get interrupted, you lose your progress. So I have to divert at least an hour of time, maybe longer, so I know I can finish the mission. But I will be doing that, and then I will post my progress, or whether I post doing the mission, I don't know, because they're quite long. But I'll probably post after I've done it, or completely failed to do it and born with the Division 2. And like I said, wherever I am with the Division 2, I can continue with the Division 1 at the early stage. So that's kind of my Division-based video. And yeah, like I said, when I started this video today, I was quite ready to do a Dark Zone mission, but I can't. Actually, it's quite funny because having not played this game for a couple of weeks, and in between I played the Division 1 a little bit, it was actually kind of hard to remember, like, not remember, but getting here, just getting through the tougher gang members that killing me was hard to get to here. It wasn't that far from where I was in my last save, but it was just hard. I almost got killed, so yeah, anyway, so we'll see. So there is my division progress, or lack of, and yeah, we'll see where we get with the Capitol Hill mission. Anyway, thanks for watching Guess Again Gaming. Till next time, take care for now.